Are you already crafting for back to school, or are you looking for some inspiration to craft for back to school? That's what we're going to do today. We are going to use our Cricut and we're going to make a multitude of projects and different types of materials and on different surfaces, and it's going to be a ton of fun. I'm actually using my Cricut 3, my Cricut Explore 3 today, but you could use your Maker, you could use your Cricut Joy Extra, you could use your Cricut Joy. There is one project you won't be able to use the Cricut Joy for, but I'll make sure and let you know that when we get to that project. So if you are new here, you are crafting with Kim Byers, and I would love for you to pop over to my craft table with me and for us to craft together. Let's go. Okay, so welcome to my craft table. So we are going to start out with two projects, both using infusible ink. We're going to use this party pink. My niece, I'm making all of these things for my nieces, and my one niece who's actually of school age is into pink, course, and purples. And then, oh, by the way, if you want to make these, I actually made these last year, and I break all my things out for all the seasons. These are like little, my mom calls them mug rugs, but she helped me make them. I cut everything out with my Cricut. So if you want to see that, I'll put the video for that up above and down below. We are going to make these sweet little bags. Now, these are cosmetic bags, and these are Cricut brand. There's a big one and then two smaller ones. I'm actually going to make, sound like jingle bells. I'm actually going to make the two smaller ones for my nieces. And so we are going to use infusible ink, and we are going to use glitter pink iron-on. I may break out my Joy so that I can use this one, but I think I have some other glitter iron-on that we might use as well. So we are going to use those two things though and make just absolutely darling little pencil bags for school. And then I'm going to be greedy. I'm going to save this big one for myself. I coached cross country for 3.5 years, and I always had like a little medical bag in my purse, and now I'm not coaching right now, but now I'm like used to having it there, but my bag is ugly, guys. My bag is so ugly, and so I'm going to make myself a new one. And actually, you know what would be really cool is to make one for the teachers in your life. It'd be a great like teacher gift where you could make like a little personalized medical bag for their classroom and put all kinds of things in it. Anyway, there are 3 in this set. And I'll put links to all of these things down below. But the first thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and take our infusible ink. Now guys, if you've not used it before, remember it's going to come out looking like the box color. The ink is activated by heat. And so we are going to go ahead and put this on the mat and cut it out. Okay, so now that I have that all weeded out, and I do try to get as much of this off as possible. If you leave any of this white, just make sure that it doesn't have any ink on it so you get good, crisp, clean lines. And so now what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to break out my Joy because I want this exact color, and I don't have this in the larger sheets. So I'm going to pop out my Joy, and we're going to cut out a little something to go with this. So I'm going to put their name on the bag and then just a little element that goes with their personality. So for Addie, she is a gymnast, and so we are going to put a little gymnastics girl on hers. And Tinsley is tinier. She's actually not in school, but she can still put her crayons in this, and she is in love with dinosaurs. So we're going to put a dinosaur on hers. So let's pop out the Cricut real quick and whip that up. Okay, so now I have my Cricut Joy. I have my Smart Iron-On. I love this because we don't have to use a mat. And so this is what it looks like. And now Cricut Design Space even has it automatically turned on for mirror imaging if you are using iron-on or infusible ink, which I absolutely love because even after, you know, being a crafter with Cricut for so many years, I sometimes will forget and then I ruin my material, and it's so frustrating. Okay, so here we go. So what I want to do is go ahead and set these up, and infusible ink and iron-on are treated differently. So we're going to use a press to put the infusible ink on, and I'm actually going to put the infusible ink on with the press, and then, because I want to get really, really good adherence, and then I'm going to put this on with the Cricut little mini press, because I want to put it just above it, and I don't want to press it at the same time. The temperatures are not the same as with my infusible ink. What I want to do is just go ahead and show you what this is going to look like. So we'll take her name and we are going to use heat tape and put this down. If you have not done infusible ink before, I'll put a video up above just so you can go step by step. But basically you're going to want to clean the surface, get all the lint off, put on your design, and then you will cover it and press it. And so it's actually a pretty simple process, but you got to do those things. You got to clean it, otherwise you could get fuzzies on it and it could mess up your design. The ink will end up sticking to the fuzzies instead of the design. So I'm going to get all of this placed and take this over and press these. Okay, so I use my big press to press both of the infusible ink, but I'm going to use my little mini to put on the iron-on. So let's go ahead and see how the infusible ink did. And beautifully as always. You guys, look at that color. Look how well that did. Look at that color. That is absolutely gorgeous. She's going to love this. And so what I'm going to do is put my little gymnastics girl right over the top. I think she's supposed to be flipping. I'm gonna have to think about this for a minute. And then I think that's what and see, there's her hand right there. So I think what I'm going to do is do that. And then Tinsley, let's see how hers came out. And I'm expecting it to be exactly the same. Absolutely gorgeous. Check it out. 380 degrees at 60 seconds. And this is what the Cricut guide told me to do with their little bags. So she's going to love this. And we're going to put her little dinosaur right on top. She's 3.5. Yeah, she's 3.5 now, and she just loves dinosaurs. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this together. Okay. How cute. Look at that, guys. She's going to love this. And then Tinsley's going to absolutely love this too. Her little stegosaurus. She can barely say it, but isn't that cute? Okay, so just a quick sec in between projects. If you've not already, pop down in the description and sign up for my email newsletter. I only email you once a week, and I share with you free cut files, free printable files, and I share with you what I am personally crafting and putting together in my Etsy shop. So I would love for you to pop in and hang out with me once a week. And I also give you reminders about my weekly videos so you won't miss anything. Okay, so next up on our project list, we are going to make custom ribbons. So I'm actually going to use the Joy again and use the same pink glitter. And I know what you're thinking for her hair, but actually no, I'm making these ribbons for her backpack. So our cross-country team, we would make ribbons, custom ribbons for the girls to wear in their races, and then they would put them on their backpacks, and it was so stinking cute. And then they would have all the ribbons from all the races. So I'm actually going to make her ribbons to sort of personalize her backpack. And so what I want to do is I'm going to trim out with this smart iron-on her name and her mascot. So like Go Rams, they're the Rams. And I'm going to cut those out and do 2 ribbons for her. Okay, so now that we have it all weeded out, I am going to cut these. I want them to be straight lines just because I think it'll be easier to line it up on the ribbon. And because I'm going to put Go and then Rams together. And I did separate them on the sheet instead of putting them all together just because I was trying to save material. If you guys ever craft with me, you know I have this whole thing about I want to save as much material as possible. Okay, so there we go. She's gonna love it. Okay, put this out of the way. We'll break out our ribbon. Okay, so an important step, guys, make sure that you have a good clean edge to your ribbon. And then I am actually going to place each design closer to the end of the ribbon. So that way, no matter where they tie it at, you've got the lettering, you know, like right there at the end. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop this over to my press and I'll be right back. Okay, and here we go. Always peel at an angle, take it slow. And voila, how perfect is that, guys? This turned out really, really good. And that ribbon was not very much, and so it's just going to make a really sweet keepsake for her year. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the other side, and then we are going to move on to our next project. Okay, and so for the final project, I'm actually going to do some stickers or printable vinyl. So I wanted to do the printable vinyl and put them on the notebooks and then the waterproof stickers and put them on, or let her put them on her water bottle if she wants to. So I'm just going to cut these out and get them ready for her. And then I think that's half the fun, right? Being able to like decorate your own thing. But I love the printable vinyl when it comes to notebooks and things. And I just had to show you guys this. I fell in love. So if you guys know anything about my crafting, I love this color. I mean, as you can see from all the other things around the room, but I got this for her. So it's just a little notebook. And I thought she could put, I'm gonna do a sticker that she could put on her notebook, and then she could put little stickers on it and decorate this any way that she wants to. And I'm actually, I know this is terrible, but I'm keeping this one for me because I absolutely fell in love. I couldn't leave it at the store. It's made by Post-it, right? So anyway, super cute. If you guys want this, it's a Post-it brand. Okay, so let's go ahead and print these off on either printable waterproof stickers for the bottle and printable vinyl for the notebooks. Okay, and so here's our print off, and the next thing we want to do is put that onto our mat and put it through our Cricut, and it's going to cut out all of our beautiful little stickers, and I can then put them on my notebooks. It's going to be so great. So these are actually all stickers. So these are the printable vinyl, and then I will also do some for her water bottle using the printable waterproof sticker set. But for these are going to be all about the notebook. Okay, and so the Cricut cut them out perfectly. Check that out. So I chose a die cut when I was setting it up. And if you have not done print then cut, again, I will put videos up above and down below so that you can see all the ins and outs, even how to correct any issues. I have 8 tips for you guys if you have any problems with print then cut. But perfect die cut. And so now I'm actually going to put this one on, but she can add these to her notebook any way she wants. And I love that they just pop right off. Look how easy that is. And so I think I'm going to put these in a little bag and give them to her with her gift, and then she can apply them. Okay, so let's just check this out. Okay, so that took a second, but see that? Beautiful, perfect, and easy. And I love that it's bendy. So we're going to, she's gonna love this, guys. It almost looks like her little mermaid's holding up her name. How sweet. And by the way, guys, if you've not done patterns on things before in the print then cut, I'll put all that stuff up above so you can check those videos out. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you were inspired to make something for yourself, for your family, to give away as a gift. And as always, if you have any questions, pop down in the comments and leave those for me. I answer all of them myself, and I would love to hear from you guys. Okay, and I'll put a couple of other back to school projects up here for you to check out, and I will see you in the next one.